you never really know what you have until it's gone. And I think we can all agree when it comes to that. We never really know what we have until it's gone. And I think that describes the Cowboys and Dak Prescott right now. The Cowboys franchise tagged Dak Prescott last season. And even though he got backlashed a lot, he got a lot of criticism because he was known as a stat patter. He inflated his stats. And everybody thought his stats were pretty much inflated. He was a game manager. Then we see him go down, and the Cowboys look nothing like how they look like with Dak Prescott. Now Cowboys fans are appreciating Dak Prescott. Now there's less of a divide between who we think Dak Prescott is. But I'm going to say this. Dak Prescott, I don't think that he's going to sign a long-term deal with the Cowboys. And it's a shame, but it's the truth. Dak Prescott played under the franchise tag last season for $31 million. And this year, if he gets tagged again, he'll be getting paid $38 million per year. For some reason, I just don't believe Jerry Jones and that organization is sold on Dak Prescott, and I don't know why. Out of the 3 quarterbacks drafted in 2016, Dak Prescott is the best. He's better than Jared Goff, and he's better than Carson Wentz. And not only is he a better quarterback, but he's a better leader as well. He has the most passing yards per game since 2019. Dak Prescott has 321.8 yards per game. Mahomes has 302, and Matt Ryan has 292. So Dak Prescott damn near has 20 more yards per game than Patrick Mahomes since 2019. The reason why the Cowboys probably won't sign Dak Prescott long-term is because, 1, I don't think they're really sold on him. And 2, the cap is really tricky in doing that. And it's nobody else's fault but the Cowboys. They paid Ezekiel Elliott, a running back, and they paid Jalen Smith, a linebacker. Both positions who, if you ask any GM and any person that knows football, both positions that are really on the bottom of your priorities list, especially running back. So you paid a running back and an inside linebacker, both extremely replaceable positions, but you didn't pay your franchise quarterback. And now because you paid Zeke and Jalen Smith and DeMarcus Lawrence, I think DeMarcus Lawrence getting paid was fine though. But because you paid them big contracts, now you can't really pay Dak Prescott. This situation reminds me a lot of Kirk Cousins when he was with the Washington Redskins. Ironically, both NFC East teams. Right now, they're known as the Washington football team, but during that dilemma, they were called the Redskins. So I'll say the Redskins for this segment only. The Redskins franchise tagged Kirk Cousins twice, and that was the first time in NFL history that a quarterback was franchised twice by their franchise. And then Kirk Cousins left in free agency. There was a bidding war going on between the Jets and the Vikings, and we all know the Vikings won, even though they didn't pay more for Kirk. Kirk just didn't want to go to the Jets. What happened after the Redskins franchised Kirk Cousins? Well, what's the Washington football team's problem right now? They don't have a quarterback. They're still looking for a quarterback. Before they got Kirk Cousins, they thought RG3 was the answer. But before RG3, their problem was quarterback. Then when RG3 didn't pan out, Kirk Cousins was really solid for them. He was their quarterback. The same thing is going to happen to the Dallas Cowboys if they don't re-sign Dak Prescott. They're going to have a quarterback problem. In this draft where they're picking, they can't really get one of the top quarterbacks in the draft. And just like the Washington Redskins, they're not going to truly they never truly appreciated Kirk Cousins until he was gone. Same thing with the Cowboys. It took a Dak Prescott injury for the Cowboys fans and NFL fans in general to truly understand Dak Prescott's value. Kirk Cousins was the first quarterback to get franchise tagged once. Dak Prescott may be the second quarterback in NFL history to get franchise tagged twice by his team. And we're talking about a quarterback who almost threw for 5,000 yards in 2019, had 30 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions only. This is why the Cowboys have not won anything in so long, and probably won't if they don't do right by Dak Prescott, because they make bad decisions. They mismanage their roster. They give contracts to the wrong people. Tony Romo had an injury history, and Jerry Jones didn't hesitate to pay him once. And I love Tony Romo. He's a hell of a quarterback. He should have got paid. But so should Dak Prescott. Like, Dak Prescott has been criminally underrated throughout his career and tenure with the Cowboys. He's been nothing but a good citizen, an elite leader. I mean, everybody loves Dak Prescott on the Cowboys, and a very damn good quarterback. But somehow the Cowboys never thought it was a priority to pay Dak Prescott. A report came out that the Cowboys are making it a priority now to pay Dak Prescott long term. But what does that exactly mean? Does it mean you're going to pay him what he wants, or it's only a priority if he accepts what you're willing to give? Because Dak Prescott on the open market will get a lot of money. And I guarantee you that other team in the NFC, the Washington football team, would pay a lot to get Dak Prescott on their team, because I think it's a perfect fit if you were to go to Washington. The deadline to franchise tag a player is March 9th, I believe, or to extend their contract. So we'll see if Dak Prescott gets his contract extension with the Cowboys. But I'm going to say this. Like I began this segment with, you never really know what you have until it's gone. And I hope that the Cowboys don't find that out the hard way. I hope that they do pay Dak Prescott and do right by Dak Prescott, because he deserves it.